or evening, wherever you are, ladies and gentlemen. I want to say, firstly, that I apologize for the audio quality. It's coming from my AirPods, and they're not so great. Secondly, I'd like to say, I hope you guys enjoy this video today. We are spearfishing out of Oregon Inlet with Vicarious Spearfishing charters. Ironically, I always say that I'm vicariously living through people spearfishing on YouTube to kind of get that fix, or that get my hit when I'm not able to get in the water. For example, at work. The boat we're fishing from today is a 26-foot Glacier Bay, a beautiful boat to handle some chop. I'm impressed with these builds. They're top notch up there with World Cat, but that's not what this video is about. What we are doing today is we're spearfishing for, well, I was really targeting cobia this day. Unfortunately, I didn't see any, but nonetheless, I had a fantastic day of diving. Really enjoyed myself. Water was a bit cool, kind of chilly. It was the early season. This is Outer Banks. I want to say, I forget when. Don't worry about it. Maybe I'll put it in the description. But this is Joe that's diving with me here. He's a friend of the captain's. He is just a nice guy that decided to come out and help me out because I didn't have any dive buddy. My brother and my friend do not spearfish, so they were in the boat doing their thing, rodding and reeling, which was pretty cool though because they had a great time too. But I'm going to head and work up the rest of this edit to the videos, and we'll try to keep it short and enjoyable. Hope you guys enjoy. Alright, this is the first drop. Here we got some sheep's head, and something else rolling in there. I can't. Oh, the spade fish. That's right, because they're so plentiful this day, everywhere you could imagine, and they're big spade fish. You see, you can see from the intro, but as we go into it as well. Most of the sheep's head kind of small. I'm not a big fan of shooting small sheep's head. Let them go, let them grow. But so we moved on from that first spot, which was pretty cool, but didn't hold too much life. And so we went off to this tower, which is a pretty sweet tower. Held a lot more life. You can see how many spadefish there are everywhere. There's barracuda too, but in the States, I mean, depends on where you're from. We don't really necessarily shoot barracuda, especially down in like Florida Keys, or they're just so plentiful. Also, a lot of them have ciguatera. I digress. Again, these are pretty sweet eating though fish. So I decided to get the skunk off the boat. More off myself because I knew Joe could shoot, man. He was a talented diver. But here we go. I'm kind of getting picky. Found the biggest one. Looks like the biggest one to me. Lined up on him. Never mind. Psyched myself out there. And then had to re-choose, I guess. And well, that's a pretty good one actually. Anyway, so there we go. Boom. And yeah, they're good eating. They're really good fried. My brother fried them up. My brother's quite a good cook. So it's good to have a brother that can fillet fish and cook fish pretty well. So on to this next dive we took, kind of went down the piling, followed it down. The deepest I went on this piling was probably about 90 feet, which is more than I needed to because once you drop down there wasn't much life and it was very murky. It felt very sharky, if you know what I mean. This kind of feels very sharky, but here I roll up onto some sweet sheep's head. Again, kind of getting picky, but I'm glad I did because this was my actual only opportunity to take a shot at a decent sheep's head, and they're delicious. So took that shot and kind of ran. You can see me kind of fumbling with them because I don't like to have that whole fish out of the rig, especially like a big fish. So I kind of pulled him away, brought him up to the surface. So on this dive, we get a glimpse of a good old triggerfish. If you guys are familiar with them, they're really good eating fish too. Swimming on by, kind of swim like sunfish. Not really, but they have the same fin style, I guess. Beautiful fish, but they will bite you. So in this dive here, we get a glimpse of a loner sheep's head. They usually swim in packs. They're usually, kind of with their boys, hanging out on pilings, hard substrates. That guy was by himself. Oh, what are you doing? Lonely little feller. So right here we get a good glimpse of black sea bass. These are what my brother and my friend were predominantly bringing up on the rod and reel. They're pretty deep water, so these are the only ones that I actually saw during this day. Now up north, they are kind of more shallow water species. I found them at like 25, 35, 45 feet. And they're kind of territorial, in my opinion. That's how I found them to be. They have like a little dugout part in the sand. And when they get big, they turn deep. Today was also a really special day to me because this is the first time that I got my brother to get in and spearfish with me after antagonizing him to no end, telling him that he was worthless, pretty much on top of the water. So I got him to get in the water. There was tons of spadefish everywhere, and it was just beautiful conditions. So it didn't take too much convincing, but I was really proud and happy of him to get in the water there with me. So we kind of jumped in, took a little swim, kind of got introduced. He's a big dude, and no flippers would fit his big ass feet, so he had to go barefoot, and we didn't even have a snorkel on, just a mask. So I say props to him for just jumping right on in and getting used to it.
What? Catch your breath real quick.
So right here he gets an opportunity to shot a fish with this 75 Mako. I had him shoot. Shoots like a clock. It's perfect. He takes the shot. It's actually lined up well, just a little too far.
A little far. Here, take my gun. Next fish, take a shot at it with my gun. But I'm gonna reload this real quick. Anything? Woo! Big fish, dude. Big fish, too. There you go, yeah, there you go. Alright, let's go back.
So after my brother landed that fish, there was a lot of stoke, a lot of happiness between the crew there. I was just incredibly grateful that he got in the water and gave it a try. It's been trying to beg him to get there for a while. We moved on from that that tower and moved to this spot that's just a little bit of hard substrate or man-made wreck on the bottom. And you can see here, that's about all it is. I went to go look under the bottom. It's about 65, 70 feet down, if I'm remembering correctly. And then this school of something rolls in. I remember knowing what it was at the time, but I can't remember. So if you guys know, please feel free to let me know in the comments if that looks like something familiar to you guys down in this this Outer Banks, North Carolina area. Fill me in, because I couldn't remember for the life of me. So then here comes in my coolest shot of the day. I get this glimpse of these two amberjacks that are, they look sweet. I line up on this one first, and then kind of take a shot at that one. And let me tell you, this thing actually started to kick my ass. It was pulling hard. I didn't get a great, stone shot or nothing on it. And these things are called grief donkeys. And I kind of realize why now. So they're total, thing kick like a mule, try to bring me down. You can see right now in the elements there, I'm kind of getting pulled down.
Fight! You put a second shot in there. Whew. Did you get a second shot? God, thank you, man. Holy shit.
So a lot of people kind of steer away from these amberjacks because they typically have worms within their meat, and people really don't like them. But I'm gonna be honest with you, if you catch them during the cold months, they're actually one of the best fish steaks you'll ever get. My brother ate these up. He took home this fish himself and cooked it up after being frozen. And he's like, dude, it's a phenomenal fish. We just have never taken it for what it's worth. So that's just something to keep in mind.